Welcome to Hoffmann-Photography. My name is Rainer, and in today's video we'll have a look at complementary colors and how to use them for your photographs. First, let's define the term complementary colors. As usual, Wikipedia is our friend. Complementary colors are pairs of colors which, when combined or mixed, cancel each other out, lose hue, by producing a grayscale color like white or black. I'm not quite happy with this first part of the definition. In my opinion, it should read: complementary colors are pairs of colors which, when combined or mixed in equal amounts, cancel each other out, and so on. I'm fine with the second part of the definition though. When placed next to each other, they create the strongest contrast for those two colors. Complementary colors may also be called opposite colors. Yes, indeed, and here's a reason why they are called opposite colors. This is a color wheel with the 6 primary colors red, green and blue, the primary colors of the additive color system. I've made a video about these 3 primary colors, link is in the description. And the 3 primary colors of the subtractive color system, cyan, magenta and yellow. Complementary colors are those colors that are located at opposite sides of the color wheel. Therefore, opposite colors is quite appropriate. So we have the complementary pairs blue-yellow, green-magenta and red-cyan. If your background is in painting, then you've probably been taught in arts class that the complementary pairs are red-green, yellow-purple and blue-orange. Now, that may be fine for painting, but from a physics point of view, it's just plain wrong. And since my background is in physics and engineering, I stick to physics. And so do the developers of editing software. This is a color balance tool, and there you have it. Red, cyan, green, magenta, and yellow, blue sliders. Sorry for that, but back to the color wheel. Of course, in real life, we don't just have the 6 primary colors at their maximum saturation, as in this color wheel. Instead, there is an infinite number of hues in between the primaries, and of course, there are different saturation levels as well. So this is more like it. But still, all colors that are located at opposite sides of the color wheel are complementary colors, even if they are not primary colors. And of course, they don't need to be fully saturated either to be considered complementary colors. In real life, complementary pairs, like in the color wheels, are not so easy to find. That's especially true for the red-cyan pair. So we shall accept color pairs that are not quite complementary. I am generous today. Here are some real-life examples of complementary colors. This is a nice example of the magenta-green pair. The color contrast is quite strong, but the overall composition is a bit messy. Well, it's nature, and nature sometimes is messy. This image of a rose has a good composition, but the green background is a bit on the yellowish side, which reduces the effect of the complementary colors somewhat. I quite like this image, however, the roses are a very light magenta, or pink if you prefer, so the color contrast is not as strong as with saturated colors. In this example of the yellow-blue pair, the effect of complementary colors is reduced because a third primary color, green, is present. For maximum color contrast, this should be avoided. Just blue and yellow for the maximum color contrast. Luckily for me, the hull of the ship had been painted recently and not even a speck of rust was visible. Another example of blue and yellow, only the other way round, with yellow making up the large area. As I've said already, it's very hard to find the cyan-red pair. This was the only picture I found in the archive that shows a hint of cyan in the reflection of the sky. But let's be honest, it's more blue than cyan. So I fired up my studio flash and shot this one. Well, I made it all up by choosing a cyan background, so I don't know whether it counts, but there you go. Well, I don't know about you, but I quite like using complementary colors in my photos. Thanks for watching and stay tuned.